Okay, I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we're live. Let me just stop that for a second. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's a nice Wednesday evening here in Seville. It's still hot. I've got the fan here beside me, as usual, um, because it's needed. You know, there's no air conditioning in the place. I leave the window open all the time, and the fan is just blowing cold air straight into me and then out the window. It's lovely. It's really good. Let's see if we get any people that want to say hello tonight. Yes, I've reached the threshold. I have reached the threshold of. Let me get the chat up here. Live chat. Oh, we have super chat as well. Good stuff. Supers are highlighted. Memberships, messages show here. If you change filters, the filter will only see your last blah blah blah. Okay, let's get the live chat up. Okay, let's see if anyone wants to say hello. Yeah, we've reached the threshold. We hit the 3,000 hour mark for the year. It was blood, sweat, and tears, but we got there in the end. Thanks to everybody that said congratulations. That really means a lot to me. You know, the old hiking geezer and Martin from Soul Trail as well. You know, got on to me and said, you know, they know what it takes. Well, Martin knows what it takes anyway, to get there. And yeah, he just sent us congratulations my way, and I appreciate that. You know, Martin's a good guy, and so is Graham. You know, obviously myself and Graham have struck up a friendship over the last probably year now, I'd say. So yeah, when I get back to Ireland, I don't know when that's going to be, but I hope to meet both of them next time I get back, and do a bit of camping. And Vista Trekker as well. There's two people in the chat now. Anyone want to say hello? If you do, yeah, just say hello, and hit that like button as well. If you're watching in the future, also please hit that like button. That will help with the algorithm. More people get to see it and all that sort of jazz. Yeah, that's what YouTube is all about, really. But yeah, reach the threshold. So there's 3 criteria that's needed for you to monetize YouTube. 3,000 hours in the year, watch time, over 1,000 followers, and more than, I think it's 3 releases in 90 days, video releases in 90 days. So we've hit all 3 anyway now, and I'm delighted. I set up the account there during the week. I can't remember the name of the account. It'll come to me. Anyway, AdSense, that's the one. So the account, I already had an AdSense account connected to my Google account, so I just had to connect that to YouTube, and yeah, so all the steps that YouTube have asked me to do, that's all done. And I'm just waiting now. I have to give them personal information, tax information, and that's it then. I think we're good to go after that, so that'll probably take another week or 2 or so. I do have a video coming out Sunday, and yeah, there's a lot to talk about in that one. The video doesn't give the whole story. It gives the partial story, but it doesn't give the full story. So what I'll do is I'll wait until that video airs, and next Wednesday then what I'll do is I'll give a better explanation of exactly what happened and how it went and what the results were at the end. Let's just say it was a bit of an embarrassment for me to have to go through such an ordeal. Look, watch the video on Sunday, everything will be revealed. And yeah, hopefully that will explain a few things of what I'm talking about. But we'll see. Anyway, I bought 2 beers, 2 Amstels, so I'm gonna open one now. And I'm absolutely dying for a beer because of the heat. So 3 taps on the top, that'll stop it from fizzing. There you go, there's a physics lesson for you. Yeah, it's physics, isn't it? Yeah. So when you tap the top 3 times, what it does is it disperses the bubbles to the bottom, all the gas to the bottom, and you can open it without having any suds at the top. So there you go, a little bit of physics. Cheers everybody. Yeah, it's the usual Amsted and Aora 0.5 euro. That means 50 cents now. These cans are only 50 cent here. If you were to buy this in Ireland, it's probably about €2. I don't know. But yeah, everybody's getting ripped off in Ireland. The supermarkets have licenses, all in the name of looking after you, of course, you know. But yeah, it's all about taxes. It's all about more taxes. So yeah, Sláinte, you know, namaste, no matter where you are in the world. You know, what's the Italian one? I don't even know. I don't even know. But cheers, everybody. Old hiking geezer, good to see you. Are you getting a little sunburnt, or is it your filter? Well, that's a good question. I'm not. I don't have any filter on. I'm getting a little bit sunburned, all right. Mostly on the most prominent part of my anatomy, which is my nose. So yeah, that's getting a little bit burnt more than everywhere else. I am using factor 50 on the head. I'm not using any on the rest of the body. I'm just building up, you know, a resistance to the sun. Just getting out there probably, 10 minutes a day. Maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a day, and that's it. You know, and then I'll go out for dinner or whatever. But yeah, I'll just use the sun cream on the head, the ears, the nose. But the nose is getting blasted out of it because it is the most prominent feature. How are you, Graham? I hope you're keeping well, my friend. And yeah, you said you hadn't hit the milestone yet of the monetization. And I'm surprised by that because your videos seem to be hitting a lot more these days. I think you got 30k from one of them, which is a great video, by the way. And kudos to you for that. You know, if you make a video like that, you really deserve it because it was top quality, in fairness. Yeah, I said at the start of the feed here that I'd love to get back and, you know, meet you. So maybe we can do one of your live feeds in the future, you know, when you're able to do the live feeds on YouTube and that. Maybe I can, you know, jump on with you for one of those or something like that, which would be cool. I'd like to do that for you because you did it for me. So, you know, if you scratch my back, I scratch yours. And yeah, that's the way, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I'd like to do that back. I'd like to return the favor. But yeah, I am getting a colour. Good evening, David. There's Anne. Good evening to you, Anne. I hope you're keeping well. It's been good keeping in contact with you, Anne. Thanks again for everything. Anne did give me a lowdown of the prices of apartments and Airbnbs and hotels and stuff that I would be renting if I did go to Kenya. That's still on the cards, by the way. Still thinking about that, but it'll probably be the new year. It'll be after Christmas anyway, when the weather gets a bit nicer anyway. I'd like to hit the southern hemisphere for the winter this year and travel around. I do want to hit, obviously, Kenya, maybe a couple of different countries. I would like to see Uganda as well. I do want to see, I don't want to call it Victoria Falls. That's not the original name for it. What is the original name? Victoria Falls original name is Mosi Autunya. Yeah, so I'd love to see that. I'd love to visit several different countries in Africa. I have been to South Africa before. I've been to Cape Town, and that was before the YouTube days. I'd love to visit Cape Town again and make a video on that because it's an amazing place. I did visit Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, Stellenbosch, and J-Bay as well, which is a lovely surfing spot in South Africa. I did rent a car while I was over there because they do drive in the same side of the road as we do over here. I haven't rented a car in Spain yet. I'm a bit weary about doing that, actually, driving on the right hand side of the road. But if, you know, countries like Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, you know, it's the same side of the road as Ireland or the UK, so I don't mind that. I think it will take a bit of getting used to driving the other side of the road. But look, other people that have done it have said that you know, it's just the same. It'll take you about 10 minutes. So I might rent a car while I'm here. I do have plans, by the way. It's going to hit 39, 40 degrees here in the next couple of days. So I have plans to get down to the coast, about an hour from here. I'm going to get the train this time, because I do like train journeys, and get down to Cadiz. I'll film all that for you guys. I've been there before. Cadiz is absolutely wonderful. It's a beautiful place. It has all that architecture. I'm trying to think of the name of the architecture. The Arabic architecture, because that was one of the first places that was populated by Arabic people from Northern Africa, before it was taken over by the Christians then in the 13th century. And you can see the Arabic architecture there, and you can see it here too in Seville. Not as much though, whereas in Cadiz it's very prominent. The Christian architecture is it's more Arabic than Christian. So they're big buildings, and you can see mostly Arabic, and it's all beautiful. And then the Christian architecture on top of it, that has only been 600 years or so. But yeah, 4 people in there. Anybody else want to say hello? Please do hit that like button. That will mean a lot to me. I've already been talking for 10 minutes. I can't believe it. Do I have anything else? Yeah, that video on Sunday. Yeah, I will need to explain that next week. I'll do that next week, so don't worry. Watch the video on Sunday, and yeah, I'll explain everything then, what happened on the following Wednesday when I do get around to a live again. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, we've hit the threshold at last. Now, there is certain things. I have got super chats, so if anybody wants to do that, you can chip in €1 or €2. I don't know. This is my first time doing this live with super chats, so I don't know what the crack is with those. I'm new to this, so I'll just see what happens. But it's all tiered. You get different countries, you get different emojis for memberships and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm not sure yet. I went through everything with YouTube. Everything is set up. All the membership and stuff is set up as well. So if you want to become a member, you can now on my channel, as little as €2 a month. I think I just capped it at that. I don't think I would ask any more of anybody else. But what you'll get is those tiered emojis for the lives, and then as well as that, that video that's coming out on Sunday will be released on Saturday for those that are members. So, and then everybody else will see it on Sunday. So that's the way it's working at the moment. That's the way I see it at the moment. So if things change in the future, I'll change it up and see what happens. But other than that, that's all I have. I just want to jump on and say hello. I hope everybody out there is doing well. I'm having a cracking time, to tell you the truth. I wish it wasn't so warm, and I'm not going to complain about the weather here, but I wish it would just rain for maybe an hour. I do be up on the terrace a lot. In the morning, I'll go up there about 7 a.m. every morning, and do a workout, learn Spanish. And there's a certain time during the day, I think it's about 12 in the afternoon, where there's a lot of plants up there, and there's water hoses that goes down into each plant, and there's a break in the hose actually. So once the water comes on, all the plants get watered, and the hose water starts spilling out then. So I've got a nice cool shower in the afternoon sun, and it's so refreshing. But I do wish it would just rain for an hour, while I'm doing a workout or something, just for me to cool down, like hitting 39 degrees, 40 degrees. It does remind me of when I was living in Australia, working on the farms over there. I worked in 45 degrees in Australia, in the outback, and it was unbelievable. On the lowest wage possible. I think it was I can't even remember, $10 an hour, probably less. 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's no reprieve from the heat. Started early in the morning. You start work at 6 a.m. finish at 2, which is, you know, at 2 o'clock, that's the height of the heat. And yeah, and then just get out of the sun, you know, that's all you can do. And that's what it's like here. It's just in the morning, get out, get up to the terrace, do the workout. It's nice and cool. It's about 20 degrees. There is some shelter, there is a bit of cover up there from the sun, but the sun doesn't really hit the highest until 11 a.m., 12 or so. So it's nice for a workout in the morning. Other than that, plans for the future. I did book a place in Athens, a B&B, because that was where I wanted to go next. I've been looking up the Acropolis and stuff like that, and I really want to see it. I do, but the flights from here are a bit dodgy. I looked into that. I went onto Skyscanner, I think that's the name of the website, and I was trying to book the flights, and every time I went to book the flight, no matter which airline it was, it always came up with an error for some reason on Skyscanner. So I don't know what to do about that. So what I did so far was I just cancelled the B&B for the time being, and I might think about going somewhere else. It might be somewhere else in Spain. If not, I still have Athens in mind. I still have Amsterdam in mind. I still have Lisbon in mind. I still have a lot of places in mind. But look, I'm, you know, at the drop of a hat, I might just fly out of here and do something absolutely spontaneous, because that's my nature. Because that's what I do. I hate making plans, you know, because I never stick to them at the end of the day. And I don't want to spend 500 quid on a B&B and then, you know, just not go or something like that, you know. Just change my mind at the last minute and then not do it. But yeah, so I just cancelled that for the time being. Another thing I have been looking at, I've been onto a guy there on Facebook selling a bit of land down in County Kerry. Now there's very little on the land, but it's an acre. It's right beside a river. It's ideal camping spot. It has mountain views. It might be somewhere where I could build a little shack, maybe live off grid for a while. Get myself a little generator, solar generator that would generate electricity. I can generate electricity as well. I could make a little paddle that would, you know, take the water from the river, and the power from that would go into a battery, obviously, with the solar power. So I'd be able to, yeah, live off grid for a little while. So I'm thinking of that too. The guy who's selling the land, we've been talking extensively over the last few days, and it's really cheap, the land. It's in my price range. So I didn't call my solicitor. Well, I called him, but I haven't talked to him yet. He hasn't. He's supposed to call me back. So I'm going to see if I can get that bit of land. And if I do, I'm going to cut everything short here in Spain, get back there and just, yeah, live the dream, you know. You know, what I would like to do really, ideally in the future, is to have a community of people that want to grow food and live off grid themselves. So, you know, with an acre of land like that, it's all prime farmland, by the way. They have, you know, cows, sheep all around, you know, so it's all great farmland. So what ideally I would do is set up little nurseries, and then anybody that wanted to come and grow their own food, they could. Maybe build a little community around, if somebody else wanted to live on the land as well, that could help me out, you know, build a little hut, shed thing. That would be cool as well. I've seen a lot of people that do that. I'm in a group on Facebook called Off Grid Ireland, I think it's called. And there's a lot of people that just don't want to be part of the rat race anymore, you know. I'm the same, you know. I wanted to get away from the corporate environment for a long time. And YouTube sort of has allowed me to do that now, you know, with the monetization. So I can start thinking along the lines of how I'm going to live more sustainably, and if I can live off grid for a long period of time. I'd love to make videos like that, you know, just videos where I'm just bushcrafting every day, building my own little house beside a river in a glade, and yeah, that would be amazing. But look, we'll see if that land comes about. I don't know if it will, but it might. I don't know. I'll get the chat up here. Let me see. We'll catch up with the live later on. From work, feeling super tired. Let me to leave halfway. Good to see you this evening. No worries, Anne. Thanks for jumping on. You know, I know what it's like coming home from work. Everybody is jaded and tired. So, thanks for the chats, by the way, and all that information that you gave me during the week as well. That was invaluable. But yeah, let's see what the future holds. I have lots of plans, but you know, unless I'm pushed into something, I probably won't do anything. I'm a little bit lazy like that. But we'll see. Look, we'll see what the future holds. I'm going to see myself. If that land comes about, that'd be great. I probably won't avail of it until maybe autumn, or not autumn, sorry, spring of next year. If I do buy the land, you know, just so I can get used to acclimatise back to Ireland again, you know, get back to a bit of decent weather, and then start thinking about what I'd like to do with the land. But I haven't got it yet, so yeah, that might be in the future though. That could be something that I'll do in the future. So we'll see. We'll see. 3 people there, please do hit the like button, and if you're watching this in the future, please do the same. Yeah, I am a little bit sunburnt, Graham. Thanks for noticing. And yeah, I know what I said in the last video as well, by the way, about the good weather here in Spain. I didn't mean to be derogatory about Ireland or anything like that. Like you said, Ireland would not be as green as it is without all the rain that it gets. So yeah, I'm glad of the greenery. I'm glad of the greenery. I'm glad of the climate that Ireland has, because it does make it a beautiful country. And it would be sort of a desert climate, you know, if we got sun all the time. And you know, I do love the sun here in Spain. It does, you know, it lifts me up every morning and stuff like that. And I'm eating a lot better. I'm eating a lot healthier. My mornings consist now of a workout, first of all. Lots of water, of course. But I'll fast for the first couple of hours with the workout and that. And then it's Greek yogurt with fruits in there. That's my usual breakfast. And then I might have a couple of eggs after that. So I am eating a lot more healthily, maybe then a salad then for lunch in the afternoon. And then a decent dinner at night. So that's the way I'm working things at the moment, and I feel really healthy. I feel really good. I've acclimatized I've acclimatized properly now to the climate here in Seville, even though it's so warm. It would be nice to get to maybe somewhere a little bit cooler that has a breeze, you know. There's no wind here. There's no wind. Thanks for the likes, by the way. 3 there now. There's 5 people in the chat. If you could hit the likes too, I would appreciate that. And if you want to say hello too, I'm a friendly guy, you can do that too. But yeah, I've just been talking now for the last 25 minutes coming up on. So yeah, let's see if anybody wants to say hello and have a conversation. Yeah, I lost, from the last video, I lost 2 subs there over the weekend when I released the Seville vlog, but I gained another 3 after that, which was great. So you know, we've gained an extra 1. So thanks to the new subs. Nice to have you guys on board. I really appreciate that. I hope we can, you know, bring you the videos that you want to see. I do have a lot of ideas that I want to do here in Seville. And then obviously at the end, I'll get all the clips together and make, you know, a proper video of the best things to do in Seville, the way I did it in when I was living in Valencia. I just seen on the news as well, by the way, there was a couple of beheadings and throat slits. I think there was 7 or something over the weekend in Valencia. So if anybody can clue me in there, you know, let me know what's going on there. That sounds absolutely horrendous. Yeah, that's, you know, I never got the vibe like that when I was living in Valencia, that it was in any way, you know, full of people that would want to do that to other people. So yeah, it came as a bit of a surprise for me to hear that news. And I hope Franco is okay. Franco, if you're watching this, I hope you're okay there in Valencia and you still have your head on and all that. Um, yeah, God, that was terrible news to hear. Other than that, yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody for getting me here to the monetization of the YouTube. It, it it's going to help me, build this channel into something worthwhile now. I think it's going to give me the impetus to do a lot more work, to get out a lot more, and show you guys. I'm doing travel videos at the moment. I would like to get back to Ireland at some stage and do nature videos again. At the moment, it's travel videos, and Seville is a great place to do these travel videos because it has so much to offer. And I did go out there during the week to make a specific video, and I had it all in my head. I had all the shots that I wanted to take and everything. And then when I got there, I was disappointed that, let's just say I was disappointed. The video on Sunday will explain that a little bit more, but yeah, I was very disappointed to find out that what I found out. Let's just leave it like that. But I am really happy here. Life in Spain is so much more relaxed than it is in Ireland. I know the Irish are very laid back in that, but it's very, very laid back here. I think it's because of the climate. I think it's because of the heat every day. People are just very subdued. But yeah, I love it here. I love the culture. I love the Spanish people as well. Everybody is so friendly. I do miss, where was I living in Dublin again? I do miss North Dublin, and the friends that I made while I was there. Nisha and Connor, if you're looking at this, yeah, I do miss you guys, in Rush. And if you guys are ever in Rush, do get yourself down to Nisha down on the North Beach. She sells the greatest coffee in the world, and she's a lovely person as well. So yeah, herself and Connor, they're two good friends while I was there, and two decent people, two very good people, and I'm glad that I got to share some of my life with them. So yeah, two lovely people. I hope we'll see each other again in the future. I'm sure I will, because I've left my car outside Connor's. He was good enough to just look after the car while I'm away. I know it's going to be full of bird crap when I get back because I had to put it under a tree. But those are you just have to take that. Look, it's getting looked after. Dublin Airport, we're looking for €12 a day for long-term parking, and I didn't know how long I was going to be away, so I didn't want to pay that. I'll get Connor a nice little present for next time I get back to Dublin and collect my car, and just for being so nice about it. He was a great friend while I was there. We had some amazing talks on the North Beach in my favourite spot where I used to work out, and he called me there during the week as well. He was on the phone to me, and there he was just in the same place where I used to be every day, learning my Spanish on the beach. And yeah, he just said, "Look at this, do you know where I am?" And I said, "Yeah, I know exactly where you are. That's my spot in Rush." And he loves it there now as well, because you can just see the whole auditorium, all the cliffs down at the other end, as it comes around the coast, and then the beach in front of you, and then the harbour on the other side. It's just a beautiful place to sit and just contemplate life and be in your own thoughts and stuff like that. Speaking of which, being in your own thoughts, I'm still doing a bit of meditation. I'm still using different frequencies. If you know anything about frequency and music, you'll know that after a certain time, it was during the 1950s, music changed frequency from stuff that made you feel happy to stuff that to a frequency that was a low frequency that made people feel sad. I think that was intentional. It sort of as a way to control people. The same as pharmaceutical drugs, they did it that way too. That's a way of controlling people too. Thankfully, I don't take any of those anymore. But yeah, natural medicines and high frequency music and vibrations and stuff like that. That's the way to live your life. Meditation wise, yeah, I'm still doing it, you know, just concentrating on your breathing. And that's really all it is. It's just to relax, concentrate, and it really does relax the shoulders, you know, it gets all that tension out of there. All you think about is your breathing. And, you know, within 10 minutes, you're in another world. And it's really good. It's really beneficial for the body. It's really healthy for you. So I do hope more people will follow my lead on that. And yeah, I did do a video on that, by the way, on the 639 hertz. But there are different frequencies as well that you can listen to, or even, you know, just stick it onto you so that your body resonates with the frequency as well. And it has so many health benefits. So yeah, look into resonance and frequency, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And speaking of talking about, I've been talking for the last half hour. We're on 31 minutes now. Any more chats? No super chats anyway. I didn't expect any on the first live feed with the super chats. But you know, maybe in the future we might get some. If you do hit the super chats, you know, that does help the channel, helps me grow, helps me travel from place to place to show you guys all these places. And yeah, you know, it doesn't cost you very much. It costs you about the price of a cup of coffee. And yeah, it'll just help me travel, because at the moment everything is on my dime, you know. It's all expenses paid by myself, but yeah, I gotta expect that. But yeah, I'm a full-time YouTuber now, and yeah, it doesn't feel weird at all. It just feels normal because I've been doing it for so long. It's just a new phase of the YouTube life now that I'm going through. But yeah, long may it last, you know. Let's see how much money you can make on this thing. It's probably not a lot. So, you know, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon supporters as well. So if you want to do that, when I get a chance, I'll put them down below as well. I have been looking at a few different YouTube channels as well. I think I called one guy out there last week. I can't think of the name of his channel, but Vista Trekker, of course. If you haven't seen his videos, please do get over to his channel. He makes top quality videos. He's in Dublin at the moment. He's living there, but he's from Kerry, and I don't know why he's living in Dublin when he's from Kerry, because Kerry has some of the best coastline in the world, along with Donegal, of course. But yeah, he's living in Dublin probably because he has his family there. But he does make top quality videos, and he's a top guy as well. We have been talking. I've been talking with Martin, I said at the start of the feed as well. Soul Trail. Yeah, I'm sure everybody that follows me follows Martin as well. Top guy. And obviously then the old hiking geezer, which is one of my favorite channels because I'm so friendly with Graham. He's a top guy. Graham is a great bloke, you know. He's salt of the earth. And it was great to meet him there a few months back, and get a live done and get a video done with him. And like I said, I'd like to, you know, return the favour and do a live with him someday. But that's it. That's all I have to say. I'm 33 minutes in, and yeah, I've been talking too much. Do we have any more chats there? Anne said she had to leave, but that's okay. Good to see you this evening. Yeah, it was good to see you too, Anne. And you too, Hiking Geezer. Thanks for the chats. If nobody else wants to say hello, we'll shut it down in a few minutes. But there is 2 people there in the chat room. I know some people do watch incognito. That's okay. That's fine. I don't have anything else. The people who I'm staying with here in the hostel, it's called a Happy House, by the way. It's a 200-year-old casa. Casa meaning house in Spanish. My Spanish is coming along, by the way. And there is 15 apartments in it now. I think it's 15. And they're all usually full, but everybody that comes to the Happy House seems to be dead cool. Now, there was a couple of guys that were just down the hall here over the weekend, and they just stayed for the weekend. and they were very noisy. But they left on Monday, and I was happy enough with that. It wasn't very much of a happy casa while those guys were here, and they seem to have others here overnight as well. I'm not sure if they were doing drugs, but they were up all night anyway, playing music or movies or something like that. They just bring the vibe of the house down, when there's people like that here. Nobody feels comfortable with each other. So yeah, I hope they don't bring in any more tenants like that. But you have to put up with that while you're traveling. But the other people that are here are cool. Everybody seems to be getting along great. There's a French girl here that I'd be getting along really well with. She's lovely. I'm going to forget her name now. I'm absolutely brutal with names. Laura. I should remember it easy because it's one of my niece's names. Yeah, Laura's lovely. We had a good chat there the other night because she was feeling a little down on herself and she needed a little bit of therapy, and I'm sort of a therapist in that way because I went through so much myself. I've been to therapy as well for years, but yeah, it never done anything for me. I'm sure it does, stuff for other people, but it didn't do anything for me. I sort of had to sort my own life out rather than therapy doing it for me. It never really did. I was always smarter than the therapist, and I always had answers to what the questions that they tried to pose. They tried to catch you out on certain things and tried to teach you these things, but I'd be miles down the road past where they're thinking. So yeah, I've never had a good therapist, put it that way. But yeah, I have 2 beers here, and one is nearly gone. I'll finish this one and see if anybody else wants to say hello. If not, I'll just finish this one and we'll close the live for now. But I do have a lot to explain next week, on next week's Wednesday live. Because the video on Sunday sort of left it a bit high and dry. It does explain a bit, and you'll get the gist of what happened, but I probably will need to give you the full story. So I'll do that next week. We'll get to that, and that'll probably take me an hour to get through that story. So, but it was an interesting one. I was trying to think of the name of sláinte or cheers in Italian. It's salute. So there you go. It always comes to me. In the spur of the moment when you're doing these lives and you're trying to think of words, it doesn't always come. So yeah. Yeah, thanks everybody for the chats and the subs and all that. That's that also always gives me the impetus to just make things a little bit better on the channel. It gives me ideas as well. People do give me ideas in the chats, what they'd like to see and stuff like that. And I always, it's my channel. I'll do what I want on it, but I always like to please the subs. I always like to do that. And I try to do that. You'll see Sunday's video. I try to do that with a really interesting video on Monday. And unfortunately I couldn't do it because of certain restrictions, but you sort of have to be flexible with, when you're a YouTuber, it's not all roses and rainbows all the time, believe it or not. So you have to be flexible. If things don't turn out the way you want them to turn out, you have to have a plan B, essentially, and be able to be, just turn around and say, okay, do something else. It might not be as interesting, but what happened yesterday, well, it turned out to be a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. So you'll see that Sunday anyway. All will be revealed. But yeah, other than that, that's all I have. 3 people there. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. And we'll get this video out, with the algorithm, with the YouTube algorithm. The more likes you get, the more views you get, the more they put it onto the home pages then, and they suggest it to other people too. So yeah, just the like, it doesn't cost you a thing, hit the like, maybe give a chat or, say hello, and and the more of them that you get, the more views that you get, and the more followers. So yeah, it's all a vicious circle, and that's the way it works. thanks for the like. Another person liked it there. I appreciate that. If you want to say hello as well, please do. I do have another beer, but if nobody else is going to say hello, I'll just shut it down there. Leave the beer in the fridge, and get a cup of tea. I haven't been drinking that much here. I might have a beer when I'm having dinner, but that's about it. I might have one a day. So yeah, everything in moderation, as they say. There's another like. Thank you. Yeah, I'm eating a lot healthier. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good. Yeah, so when you're not drinking that much, you're eating a lot healthier. It really does. It makes a huge difference. You know, I've spoken about, about 15 years ago when I suffered from depression. I did drink an awful lot, that was sort of that was the remedy to the depression, and if you've never had depression, feeling sad makes you feel better, if that makes any sense. And I thought that, beer and I used to smoke a lot as well. I thought that was the remedy to it, whereas it wasn't. It was the exact opposite, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. When you're drinking, because you don't have a good head on your shoulders. You can't think straight. But thankfully, there's another like. Thank you very much, whoever that was. Yeah, if you can't think straight, you're not gonna get out of the depression that you're in. So yeah, you really need a level head. So beer wasn't the way, and now thankfully I can just drink in moderation, and yeah, that's really it, and I'm enjoying life a lot more. Oh yeah, there was one channel that I have been watching. There is a guy going around in a camper van. He's an English guy. Actually, I think he's from Canada originally. JP Devereaux, is that his name? Some of you might have seen his videos, but he's a real chilled out guy, dreadlocks. But he goes around, he makes great vlogs, and he's just gone around the little towns around Ireland. And I'm loving his videos at the moment. I'm subbed to his channel. Because he's bringing me around to some of the villages that I've never seen in Ireland even. And he's really cool about it, He's a good vlogger and a good talker. And he'll just bring his dog for a walk and, for 40 minutes or so, and just do a video that way. And I love videos like that, They're just spontaneous, because nothing is staged or anything like that, Everything is just natural. And I really do like videos like that. I try to make some of my videos like that as well. With my videos, I will do vlogs. They won't last 40 minutes or anything like that, because I'm not a 40-minute talker, even though I've been talking for the last 40 minutes. But I'll do these in the lives. But the thing is, this guy can talk. This guy can talk. I think he's British. This guy can talk for England. And he'll just bring you around, and he'll show you all the shops and where he does his laundry, and he brings you to some of the most magical places, and a lot of the places that I wanted to stop while I was in Ireland, and that I never got to see. So I'm really enjoying his videos. JP Devereaux, I think that's his name. If that's not his name, somebody might want to correct me down in the comments. But yeah, there's another like. Nice one. We have 7 likes so far. That's brilliant. I really appreciate that. Everybody that's joined in on the live as well. You guys are the best. You really are. No more chats to say hello or anything. If anybody wants to do that, please do. Let's have a chat. JP Lamoureux, spelling incorrect though. Smiley, there you go. You've been watching them too. Thanks for jumping on to the live feed, Smiley. I haven't seen you in ages. It's been ages since we talked. Yeah, JP Lamoureux, I really enjoy his videos. He's a really cool guy. And yeah, it's good to see you, Smiley. I hope you're keeping well. Thanks for the buy me a coffee, by the way. Those things. Yes, I really like his channel. Yeah, me too. Yeah, thanks for the coffee. The 3 coffees, by the way, they really mean a lot to me, and they do help me along the travels, and you're looking good. Well, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. I'm doing a lot of workout, not drinking that much, eating really healthy. I think I went through the whole lot of there over the last half hour. So yeah, I'm just feeling really good at the moment. life is just good at the moment. It's really good. And then I hit the threshold as well for monetizing YouTube, which, you know, thanks to you guys. You know, it wasn't down to me at all. It was all thanks to you guys. And it's been a dream for a very long time. I've been going through your playlist in the last week. Good stuff. Yeah, thanks for that. You've always done that, really, Smiley. You know, we mightn't see eye to eye on certain topics or certain things, but you know, we'll always be friendly. We'll always be friends, and I'll always appreciate the things that you've done for me. You know, with Jamie and all that as well. You guys really started this channel off for me. I was on like 200, 300 subscribers. And then when Smiley started asking Jamie to give me a shout out on his lives and stuff like that, that's when it really took it to a new level. So yeah, thanks Smiley, you're the best. Glad to hear that you're so well. I'll need to catch up on the earlier part of this live. Yeah, please do, because yeah, that's when I was explaining. Sunday's video will be an interesting one. I've everything loaded in there. There was a bit of an ordeal there over the last few weeks. At the start of the week there, Monday and Tuesday, not really today, but Monday and Tuesday, something interesting happened here in Spain, which I'll need to explain a little bit more next week on next week's live. But I'll get around to explain it all because the video doesn't explain everything, but I'll get around to that anyway. Yeah, thanks Smiley for everything. You have been tops, you really have. And hopefully when I get back to Ireland, you know, I'll get to Athlone this time maybe, and we'll, you know, meet up for a coffee or something. That'd be awesome. I'd really like that. And then I can repay the favour and get you a coffee. I look forward to that too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to Ireland. Full stop. You know, I am loving the travel at the moment. And I'm loving making the videos. I always love making the videos, you know. Editing that's my love. You know, I'll do stuff during the day. I'll get out for hikes and meet new people and stuff like that. But the editing part where I just sit in at night, get the headphones on and just go at it, you know. It can be a bit frustrating at times because of the editing software that I have. And with the GoPro, the size of the files with the GoPro these days, GoPro just made them so hard to work with these days. The files are just so large, so when I load them into the software, you can hear it, you just can't see the video. So what I've come to, I've come to the realization that I just need to load them in, all the videos in one by one in the timeline that I want. Walk away from the software and let it read them, give it a couple of hours. And then when I come back to it, it's a lot easier to edit then after that. So yeah, that's basically the way I'm doing it at the moment. I did release a video there for my Patreon members during the week, during the weekend. And that was the mushrooms in Seville. There was one person looking while the video went live. It was probably you, Smiley. I'd say it was, because you're the only member that I have on the Patreon. If anybody else wants to, I do release videos on Patreon that are not going to be released on YouTube. The mushrooms was a great event. It was, it was a bit of an adventure, all right, but it was lovely. It's a huge, big wooden structure. It's one of the biggest, it is the biggest in the world. It's the biggest wooden structure, man-made wooden structure in the world. And I got there for the sunset. And then they have sort of a night show afterwards, which is quite interesting. Now, there was a lot of people there, and I couldn't get exactly the shots that I wanted, but look, I made do. Like I said, you have to improvise when you're a YouTuber. You know, if things don't go your way, you sort of have to make do and just make it go your way, you know, and that's the way I've always done things. But yeah, I'm loving Seville. My ex-fiance was on to me there during the week after I released the video as well. She said, "Oh, Dave, you're in Seville again," and yeah, we just had a short conversation. But it was nice to to talk to her, you know, even if it was just in the chat under the video. It was just a couple of sentences and that. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Tina. Thanks for the chats underneath the video. And if you're watching this in the future, you know, keep safe. And it was nice to chat with you under the video. Yeah, and I hope all is well with you. But yeah, oh, we're on 50 minutes already. Wow, It's taken me 50 minutes to drink these beers. One beer. I'm pathetic these days. I'm pathetic. Welcome to level 1. Let me do this. Let me do this. We have a level 1 member. Smiley, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. We have a level 1 member. Glad you got monetized. Well done. Thanks, Smiley. Yeah, it's been my dream for so long. You know that. You've been watching my videos now for since I moved to Sligo, you know. I've been doing it full time since I moved to Sligo. And yeah, you've probably been the biggest supporter of the channel so far. And thanks for that. I appreciate the super chat. That's my first super chat as well. I got the applause up there on YouTube. Yeah, I'm really stoked with that. So thanks so much from the bottom of my heart. You know what you mean to me. You know that you have been my greatest supporter, and it means the world to me. So yeah, thank you so much, Smiley. I don't know how I can repay you. I will. I'll get them coffees back. I will. I promise. I'll be back in Ireland, and we'll get out for a short hike or something like that. We'll meet eventually, hopefully. So yeah, I do have super chats there, by the way. If anybody else wants to chip in for those. Yeah, this is the first live feed where I've had those super chats. I do have membership on the channel, on the YouTube channel as well. So yeah, I would appreciate anybody that's watching this in the future as well. If you want to join, membership is only €2 a month, and you do get the perks of the early video releases and the emojis or something. I don't know. YouTube gives you some kind of emojis. I'm very new to this, so I'm just whatever happens. It's all a learning curve for me, so we'll see what happens in the future. Yeah, so yeah, I appreciate that. Smiley, that is membership rather than super chat. Oh really? Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't realize that. So there you go. I'm new to this. This is all new to me. So thanks for the membership, Smiley. I know you're a Patreon member as well, so there you go. You're the first of everything. First Patreon member, first membership. Yeah, really appreciate it. That's super awesome. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way the channel has gone at the moment. To get it monetized, it's a load off my mind, because I can. You got the emojis. Yeah, it's a load off my mind, because I can start thinking about I have been doing it full time for the whole year now. But with what I can do now, monetizing it now, I might be able to. I've been financing everything for the last year, and now maybe YouTube will finance everything that I'll do going forward. So that is the plan. So let's hope it stays that. Oh, you did! You got the smileys. Yes, you got the smileys. Yeah, they're the ones I had to upload during the week. You got the two of them. Smiley is level 1. Yeah, so those emojis that you see Smiley got, apparently they're the ones that you get when you join as a member. So yeah, if anybody wants to join as a member, those are the perks that you get. And the video on Sunday will be released to members, so you'll see it on Saturday, Smiley, and everybody else will see it on Sunday then. So yeah, I hope you watch it then, and leave a comment and a like and all that, because yeah, you've been super. You've been brilliant, Smiley. Thanks so much for everything. And everybody else, everybody else has been really good, all the comments that have been under the videos and stuff like that. I couldn't have done this without all you guys. That's a year full time doing it now. And I couldn't have done it without all the subs and the likes and the thanks and the comments. You just gave me the impetus to just go out there and do it, and build up the channel. And that's what we're doing now. And I did say last week, if anybody is into the outdoor or travel videos and the stuff that I do, please do share the videos. I do get an update of how many shares there are weekly from YouTube, and I only get like 2 or 3, 4, shares. If we can up that to people that do like outdoor travel videos, if we can make that up to 10 even, we might get new subs, we'll get more views, we'll get more likes and stuff like that, and the algorithm will show my channel on the homepage a lot more. So you know, YouTube is a fickle beast, and we have to play by the rules, but those are the rules. So yeah, I'm not usually one to play by the rules, but yeah, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And there is certain guidelines that you have to follow as well. Obviously, I'll follow those guidelines too. There are certain words that you can't use, certain phrases you can't use. I've read all that. I've went into all the legal jargon and all that stuff. So yeah, if you do catch up Smiley as well, I am looking at another piece of land down in Kerry. I've been on to this guy for, we've been back and forth now for the last couple of days. American guy, I think. Well, he has an American accent anyway, but he's selling this bit of land. It's prime fishing land. There's a river running through the property, and it's prime camping land as well. So I have a lot of ideas in mind for what I'd like to do with it if I do get my hands on it. Obviously, a bit of bushcraft, a bit of fishing, a bit of camping, all outdoor stuff, of course. And as well as that, it will give me a little base where, you know, maybe I can, if I do get a camper van in the future, it'll be somewhere that I can call home, you know. And so, yeah, I need to talk to my solicitor to get onto the guy, and hopefully we can get the ball rolling on that in the near future, in the next few days. And if I get it, I will be over the moon. I'll be over the moon. So yeah, live chat, wonderful. Yes, it is wonderful. Yeah. Coming up on an hour. Oh my God, have I been talking for that long? Yeah, it's taken me an hour to drink a beer. Is there any old building on the land so that you can apply for the grant to renovate? There's not, no. But what I can do is, I talked about it here earlier on in the live feed. There's no property, there's no house or anything like that on the property. But I do know that for planning permission and anything like that, if you want to build a house, you will need planning permission. But I do know that you can make a shack. And I talked about living off grid for a while, just using solar energy. So what I would do is I would build a little shed, and that would be temporary, obviously. Little log cabin maybe, get some pallet wood or something like that, and just build on it, you know, a little lean-to that would, where I can grow some food, maybe some herbs, stuff like that. And I want to make it into a community where other people can come onto the land, have their own little nursery, grow their own food, and build up a little, off-grid community like that. Like I said at the start of the feed, I've seen a lot of people on a Facebook page that I followed that are looking for a bit of land where they want to live for a while, you know. Maybe they want to bring on their mobile home or something like that. And I'd be open to that, you know, as long as they're on the same vibe as I am, you know, where they want to grow their own food, they want to live sustainably, they want to live off grid. So let's hope we get the land. And I don't have any intention of building a house or anything like that, or getting any planning permission. So it'll just be more of an off-grid project than anything else. So fingers crossed. Let's see if that happens. Insurance costs would be huge, though, I would think. I didn't even look into that. You know, I would look into the legal aspect of it. If anybody wanted to come onto the land, they would sign a waiver, of course. You know, come at your own risk. You know, I'm not here to, you know, to be sued or anything like that. I just want people to, you know, a lot of people want to get away from the rat race. And in that Facebook community, it would give a few people, at least a few people, probably 10, maybe a little less if there's a family or something like that. It would give them the opportunity to be able to do that, you know, even if it's for a short time. I'd like to do that for other people, you know. I'm sort of a community person like that. You know, there is certain things, if you do want to live off grid, you can't do it alone. You really need to get other people to help you, and everybody gathers their skills together, and everybody chips in with their own little skills, and that's how you build a community like that. So hopefully I can do it. That's always been my dream. But we'll see what the future holds. Live chat. Well, then the best of luck to you. Thank you very much. I did run it past my friend Kev as well. And he said the same thing. He said, look, the very best of luck if you're actually thinking of doing this. And I am. I really am. I did ring my solicitor there yesterday, but he hasn't got back to me yet. I don't even know if he does this type of thing, or property. Well, he was my solicitor that sold the house, but I don't know if he does land or something, anything like that. So I will need to get into the lawful side of things. Let him sort all that out anyway. But I would like to get the ball rolling, and I would like to get the land. It's an acre of land. It will need a bit of work. It'll need a lot of work, but I'm willing to do the work. I've never shirked away from work, especially when it's gonna benefit me or other people or family. I'd love to have a family or two on the land as well. People that want to live sustainably as well. He will guide you. Yeah, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will guide me as well, Smiley, and give me, anything that I need on the lawful side, because I'm not really great with the law or anything like that. So we'll see what happens anyway. Okay, I'm nearly finished this beer, and I'm gonna over the hour. Oh my God, Smiley and Old Hiking Geezer, you guys are awesome. Thanks for the chats. I really appreciate that. I don't think I'll even open the second beer. I might get out. It looks a bit cooler out there now. What time is it? Yeah, it's 7 p.m. now here, and it gets a little bit cooler here, so I might go for a walk along the river. Sorry for... No, you're not delaying me at all. I'm glad for the chats, to tell you the truth. I'm glad that it lasts, the live will last. Must from myself, yeah, I gathered that, we all have our lives. But yeah, I'll probably go for a walk down by the river, because it's nice and cool down there, and getting an early night. I am down for a cup of tea as well, so I'm always down for a cup of tea, so I'll probably get that in as well. But yeah, cheers everybody for the chats. It's been lovely talking to you. It's been over the hour now, but look, that'll bring up the watch hours. The next milestone that I'll hit will be the 4,000 mark, where I can then add ad revenue. So yeah, I'm going to try and make this into a full-time job now, so fingers crossed. Let's hope I can get that land and live in the forest for the rest of my life and show you guys all nature stuff. Take care. Great to see you. Great to talk to you as well, Smiley. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Yeah, it's great to talk to you too, and hopefully I will get to see you in the future and pay back those coffees. Okay guys, gotta go. Talk to you all soon. If you're watching in the future, do the usual, hit the like button. I love you all. Take care. And yeah, I do have a bit of explaining to do. Watch that video on Sunday. Yeah, and all will be revealed. Slán lads, go fóill, slán leis na daoine, le gach duine eile freisin. I'll see you all next next Wednesday for another live. Take care everyone. Good luck. Bye bye.